Hello everybody, my name is Chris and you're watching the Crazy Velo Chris. And today we take a deeper look at Stars of Akarios, a game by McCaskell, published by from 1.0 to 1.5. So does it really improve or does it fall flat? I've played through the whole campaign and so I've spent a lot of time with this game and I can tell you if it's worth playing it or possibly not. Stars of Akarios is a sci-fi campaign game, cooperative of course, and with a focus on space combat, tactical space combat, hero progression and a narrative story. In this campaign, each character or each player controls one hero, so one pilot with his ship, and together they move through different story events, evolving, upgrading their ships, gaining new skills, and experience the story of Stars of Akarios. One thing to mention, I bought the 1.0 game second hand with the ships of Akarios. And the 1.5 upgrade, I kickstarted that, crowdfunded that over the GameFound platform. So this is my own game, no sponsoring, and my own opinion about this game. So the overall story, you are pilots or trainees from the planet Medalia, whose home is destroyed by an unknown enemy force. And you're fleeing with the Sparrow, the last hope ship, to explore the galaxy, fight aliens and rebuild the civilization. So all is driven by an unfolding story. So first of all, I have to mention, if I'm explaining the campaign structure, there might be smaller spoilers, but I have to show you something that you can understand how this game works. Just keep in mind, if you really don't want any spoilers, please skip ahead. So the campaign structure. The main heart of the game is the scenario book, of course. So in this book, which is quite thick, you got all your missions and all the story and all the narrative is here in the book. So you got your nice how to play video, but this training mission gets you really easy into the campaign. You always got to learn to play stuff and some special rules. And the great thing about this campaign is you always got to fail forward. So you got success, the rewards, and if it fails you got something, but not that good. So there was always a conclusion, and there are always choices to make. You can go to the different scenarios. So this is the bulk of the structure of the campaign. And most of the missions you play are space combat missions. You see this is the layout. And there's also in between always narrative story, which also is available through an online app, which got a really good narrator, and all the radio transmissions are got distortion, so that's very, very cool. So you should use it. It's adds a lot to the game. Yeah, and so you start to explore the world. And yeah, there are three parts or three stages in this campaign, or three modes, I should say. And one of the modes is the space exploration. So you got here the in the 1.5 version you got the Galaxy Atlas. And okay, so there are now maybe some minor spoilers, but it doesn't really matter, because if you play, you're explored by yourself. So here you got the galaxy map, and you start with the Sparrow on 001, of course, and then you can decide where to fly. But first of all you have to explore, and then you got a sticker sheet, and then you can place the stickers over there, and you visited the place, you can mark it off that you can keep track where you already gone or not. And for the Sparrow, you got here the tracking board. This got different functions. In the galaxy exploration, you got mainly to keep track of your resources from the Sparrow. So each time you make a jump to a different location, you have to reduce your fuel. I guess this is the fuel. And this is also combined. We see here on the below, you have to roll every time you make a jump. You have to roll, and then different things can happen. So you can draw an event card. You got for each system, you got different event cards, and also there are choices which got different results, and there are different decks for the different space systems. So there are 3 different event stacks in the game. And yeah, so this is the space exploration. I mean, this is 1.5. In the 1.0 version, you also got this management for the resources, but you did it a little bit different. You had cards to explore. So there was, so you started over here, and when you traveled over there, you had to take 2.2, and then you explored the galaxy, and it built it up. So it was a kind of little bit different, and for me, it looked like a little bit more exploration. So I was a fan of this version, but you know, they changed it. Now you got the Galaxy Atlas. The world exploration. You got the choice to do the world exploration, or if you don't want to, in the back of the scenario book, there are the entries for the planets. So there is the story, there's a conclusion of the planet, and you don't have to do it. I would suggest that you do it because it's fun to do. So what's happening on the planet? You got here your character, and every character got different stats. So strength, the agility, the mind, and heart, and of course health. So you keep track. Pointing out here, you got 8 health. Your stress level is 0, of course. Oh, it's the, sorry. Of course, the 0. And your energy, this depends on how many people are on the planet, or with how many character you play. If you play true solo, you got 10 energy, and if you play with 2 characters, you got 8 energy. So this is how long you can endure on the planet. So I assume we are 1, that's a solo guy, so we got 10 energy, 8 health, and 0 stress. And we start, oh wait, I have to put it over there, and you start to get here, and you start on this tile. You always got your 4 action dice, and with the action dice you can spend action dice to explore this planet. So you're standing on this tile, so if you want to go north, you have to spend a yellow or an orange die. So if you do spend it, you just roll it. And if you roll either side, you can just use it, and then you explore the next tile. If you roll a stress, your stress goes up by 1. So that's easy to do. So you start the round, you reduce your energy by 1, then you roll. It's a green, alright, so I take tile number 3, I put it up here, and now I'm at this location. And the graphics explain you what you can do. So you can do for another die, so you still got 3 dice to spend. You can, for 1 die you can go further north, or you can explore here over there. So you need 2 dice to do this with a green or a yellow. So then you roll it again. So I got this results, that's okay, so they spent, and then I can read the entry from the scenario book. This is one way. Or there are another events, so just like if you move on this tile, you have to read entry number 1. Every time there's a stop symbol, you have to read the narrative. And then on this tile you can do different things. Here you need the attribute of strength. You already got 3 successes, but you have to spend 1 die to do it. When you succeed, you mark it off with a cube, and then you can read entry number 5. And so you explore this planet. So this is just like a kind of a living adventure book where you're just going around, experience the narrative, and explore the world. So that's the world exploration. Ah yeah, and if you go to 0 energy, then your stress goes up. And if your stress are on 10, then your health goes down. So you have to manage your resources, but some events maybe heal you back or ease you down. So this is also a kind of a little resource management, what you have to do on the planet. And there are different planets. There are not that much planets, but I would suggest just play them, because that's not that each planet exploration maybe takes half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on the player count and how much table talk is going on. But I suggest playing it, having fun. And of course, the main bulk of this game is the tactical space combat. So every player got his player board, and there are every information you need for the space combat. So everybody got a ship. I've got here the F-rim, got a 6 hull, so you put a 6 hull over there. You start with 0 strength, and you got 5 shields. So that's the starting things. And every ship got their different keywords which correspond with the upgrades for the engines and for the weapons. So don't get over them. This is my ship where this is the last state where I played through. So you start with very few of those, and they come during the campaign. You will build up your different upgrades, so you start very slow. But I show you the full kitted version. So you got your ship. Then on the board there are different maneuvers you can do. So here are the basic actions you can do. You can use a shooting or a move action to rotate. You can always rotate 2 steps, so 60 or 120. Or you can make a small bank with 1. You can do this 2 times. Or you can advance 3 spaces. You can do this 2 times. Or you can shoot. But there's a plus in between, so you can use 1 shoot to target this area with 1 damage and 1 opponent. Or if you got 2 shoot, you do 2 damage and also on 1 enemy. And so the damage output is fixed, and everybody and every pilot starts with a modifier deck, and there are 20 cards. So there's a miss. If you draw the miss, you miss obviously, and then you have to shuffle your deck. Or you got a +1 or a -1 or a 0. So and this is the biggest one, is a 2 times. Then you have to shuffle your deck with a -2 or +2. So this is the basic deck. Everybody got this 20 cards. So when I shoot at a opponent, I do of course I do 1 damage, for I used 1. So this is the dice placement. You do 1 shooting, and then you draw a modifier card, and this is 2 times, so it's 2 damage. That's easy, but I get too fast ahead. So at the start of the round, you roll your 4 action dice. So I start and I roll. So I rolled 2 move, 1 attack, and 1 stress. So a stress, you always get a stress. So you have to move up the stress counter. Now you have the opportunity to re-roll your dice. Every time you re-roll your dice, you have to increase your stress. So for example, I say, okay, I need more shooting, so I can re-roll those to get 1 stress, but I already got 1, so I re-roll this one as well. So I re-roll, and now I got plenty shooting and 1 movement. So now I'm fine. I won't do anything else. And you have to keep track, because there are trigger points. When you got 3 stress or 5, 7 or 10, something is happening. If you got on the 3 point, you have to mix in a miss stress modifier card in your modifier deck. So every time you're getting too much stress, you're getting nervous and you can miss while you attack. So on point 3 you get 1 card, and point 5 where you get 5 stress, you get another one mixed in. If you get on 7 stress, you're getting a trauma card. This are very, very not good cards. You have to draw one and have to execute what's over there. So for example, run for it. Move your ship forward 4 hexes at the beginning of the next pilot action phase and roll 2 less action dice. So they are always not that good. If you reach level 10, you also have to draw one, mark 1 trauma at your character sheet, and then you can reset your stress. The next time you have to resolve a trauma card, you draw trauma cards additional to your trauma you already got. So next time you go to the to 7, you have to execute 2 trauma cards. So this is getting worse. So this is a kind of a stress management you have to do as well. So, and now when I got all my dice, I can do different actions with them. So I can, for example, I just put it over here to move 3 straight. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So now we assume I got another move die. So I take the basic action and move like this. So I go 1 up and over there. And then I get 2 shoot action. And then we do, for example, here the hardened shells. This is a 31 upgrade, so it's very advanced. So I can put both dice over there. And on the weapons and on every upgrade you got cubes over there. So this is how many charges you got for each battle. So you have to start on your board with all the supply cubes that you can activate during this battle. Alright, so I've got 4 cubes, so I activate this, so I have to reduce my cube to 3. I do 4 damage. This is armor piercing. This is armor piercing here, the sign. Then I got, right now I got 4, and then I draw a modifier card that's +2, so that's doing 6 damage. Armor piercing. Here we got the enemy. This is a synthetic fighter. Armor piercing means that he's ignoring the shields, and we're doing 6 damage. He got only 6 hull, so this would be destroyed. If it's a non-piercing, it would be 2 damage and 4 over there, so he's still got 2 life left. So there are different status effects. So this is the tactical part of the game. You have to manage, you have to keep track of your resources from your different upgrades you got. So this is the real tactical thing of what's happening on your board. You also got, of course, different tiles on them on the space map. Planet, for example, you can't move through, obviously. If you got a nebula, if you move through the nebula, you're losing shields. If you move through an asteroid field, you're losing hull for each hex you enter. Then you got wormholes where you can travel through, so that's defined by the specific scenarios. And you got different markings. They all got different meanings and different missions you got. Ah yeah, of course, and I have to show you what's happening when everybody got assigned every dice they got. Now all the enemies got their turn. So on the enemies, got every enemy type got 10 different combat cards, and you at the start of the combat round you see this is number 3. So there are different numbers for the different fighters. For example, here the your science vessel got 4. So this act first, and then next the your science vessel. So every enemy got a different initiative rating over there. So then you draw 1 card, and then you execute what's down there. So this enemy, we just take it like this, So the enemy just turns to the next target. So this is obviously he. So he turns one turn. Then he can shoot. Then you see the shooting arc. So I am in range. And here you see the damage is +0. So he does his normal attack rating, which is 3. But the enemy also got a modifier deck. And every enemy, they are sharing this modifier deck. So this modifier deck is shuffled at the beginning, of course, and then you draw the modifier and it's a 0. Okay, so we're getting 3 damage. When we got 3 damage, we're just reducing our shields first, 3 damage, so I got 2 shields left. And then there's a special symbol. This means I get 1 stress. So I put up my stress, now I'm at 3. So right now I instantly have to mix in a miss card in my modifier deck. So this is the enemies, and you draw 1 card for each enemy type, so everybody does the same. Okay, so he turned, he shoot, he hit, yes, then he moves. If he did not got any target, then he moves, then he turns, then he shoots. So he just executed like in a row. So now he still got 1 move left. So you can hold it like there. So he moves 2, 2, so 3, 4 spaces. Then he moved over there. So then that's it. And now the next round starts. You pick up your dice, you roll your dice, see if you're happy with your dice, re-roll, gaining stress or not, then assigning your dice, reducing your different resources, and try to eliminate or achieve the mission goal you have to do. And what's the special thing about it? Everybody starts with this 27 with the same modifier deck, but during the campaign you're getting skill points and stuff like this. So every pilot can go up different paths and gain different abilities. So for this character I had a special card for piercing. So if I draw this, I got piercing with my next shot, and I can draw a new one. Here I can recharge 1 resource. I can push an enemy. I got a +1 and then draw another card. Here push another one, another +1. There I can repair 1 hull. I can do what's this? This is a hull breach. So when I do a hull damage to an enemy fighter, every time he activates, you get another damage. So there are different things. So every pilot in the campaign evolves differently, but because each pilot got different charts over there, and here you can see you can upgrade or you can upgrade your ship as well. So for example, I got here my different ship abilities. Yeah, so ship ability, you get 1, then 2, then 3, and you can choose for every battle which upgrade you want to use over here in the player board. So just put this in front, and you got here the pilot abilities. That's the same. You got 4 pilot abilities, and for each battle you can choose one which maybe fits the scenario best. Then you got different tech upgrades. Yeah, so this tech upgrade 32 and 38, different things you can manage over there. So you can fit out 2 tech upgrades. You got only 1 ship ability, of course, and 1 pilot ability. And then there's a special thing, you can find co-pilots. And the co-pilots, you can only have 1 co-pilot, and 1 co-pilot you can slot in on one of those spots, just like you see fit for the scenario. So this is the main part of the game. And of course, of course you can choose different weapons. So you got 2 weapons, and you get 2 engine upgrades. So you start with only a few of them, and then you can buy different things. You find maybe some things, and this space. There's not only space battles. So there are sometimes you have to escort a ship, or you have to leave the map with the Sparrow. You have to escort the Sparrow, or you have to destroy a different ship, or there are moving asteroids, or you have to destroy different satellites. So there's all kinds of different scenarios in the space battle. I mean, it's tactical. It's not very high tactical for me, but everybody's different. But it doesn't matter because you got different stages. So I played on normal, but you can, if it's too hard for you, you can play on easy. But you can on medium, hard, very hard, insane, or abyss. So the enemy got more hull, more shields, more damage, or you got credit bonus for if you're playing harder. So you can buy more stuff. So this is very adjustable to your likings. Oh yeah, and I forgot. You also can, of course, upgrade the Sparrow. There are some Sparrow upgrades which can help you during your space combat. So there are plenty of different upgrades. So I always started with Training Academy. I mean, it's a high class. Oh no, it's not that high class. It's 15. So at the start of each space combat, shuffle a 2x bolster modifier card into each pilot's modifier deck. So I stacked up the 2x modifiers in my modifier deck for each pilot. And the other thing I really adored was the energy shield. So you can start with 2 upgrades on each battle. And my second upgrade, my beloved second upgrade, was at level 12. It was all pirates are immune to a slow and radar jam. So the enemies also got sometimes special abilities which can really hinder you, like this as a radar jam. So if you get a radar jam, for example, you have to redraw your modifier. So and then take the burst. So for example, I have to draw, and I draw oh no, this are the upgrades. So I draw a +2, and then I have, because of the radar jam, another one. So I have to use the 0, not the +2. And they are all small things that happening in this game. For example, if you're on the rear, you got an advantage. Oh, you can redraw your modifier deck. It's really highly tactical, and I like it. Okay, so let's talk about the game components. Well, the 1.5 rulebook is nice. Thick paper, glossy, got structured, very nice. The scenario book is spiral bind, which is very good to keep it flat on the side. It's also good, and I mean, there's a lot of game in here. You got the double layered boards where you can slot in your cubes. I mean, this is nowadays it's like standard. The dice are nice, it's nothing special. What I really like is when you got your space combat, you put it like this, and if you got your world exploration, you turn over your character sheet, put down here, take the ship, and you can park it over there. So that's nice, you know. There's nothing really fancy, but it's quite good. And the cardboard, I mean, it's thick and sturdy. The graphics are quite nice. Nothing extraordinary, but it's doing the job, and it's really good. I mean, the cards are also good quality. They are thick. I haven't sleeved them, I know. I should have done this, but even after really a lot of plays, they're still in good shape, and I shuffled them a lot, really a lot. So everything is quite good. So then the insert from the game. I mean, this is it's a little bit older, so I guess they haven't thought about it. So if you can store it quite nice. Here are the holdings for all the cubes, and all the here for the enemy modifier deck. You can put it in here, and then you can just close it, and you got everything in place. So even if you play the campaign, and have to make a break, and you just have here 8 resources, you just can slot it in and it keeps in there. So that's also very nice. So this is the Sparrow. You got the same thing for all the pilots as well. There, for each pilot you got 4 storage units for the pilots. They are quite nice. So you can slot in here your dice. Then you got your ship. You can put it over here with your small marker. The miniature goes in like here. And then it's a little bit, you know, they haven't thought it out, because my modifier deck at the end of the campaign was this thick. And it should fit in here. I mean, it fits somehow, but your cardboard should fit over there and here. And then I got all my weapon upgrades as well, and all my tech upgrades, and my co-pilot and my skill cards. So I got a bunch of cards there as well. So, and they all should fit in here. So when you start, that's totally easy, because when you start you can just put in here some of your skill cards, some of your maneuver cards. Then you got here your slot for the character and for the ship. That's easy. This fits good. But if you got more cards and more upgrades, then it's a really tight fit. I mean, it fits somehow, but it's not that easy. So it's somehow it fits, but it's not perfect. Yeah, this is the storage for the pilots, and the insert, the main insert from the main box is stored like you expected. Here are all the cards you need. This is nice because you got one tray, you got everything in reach. So it's easily, when you have to swap the enemy cards and the different exploration cards, so everything is well organized. The only downside is, I mean, this is a 1.0 version, maybe they changed that, but I couldn't sleeve the cards because then they won't fit in here anymore. You can tell me in the comments if they changed that as well. So now I pack up everything in the big box and I show you how they organize it there. So here we got the inserts. There's plenty of room for all the asteroids and planets and stuff like this. Then you can put on here all the player boards, some of the standees, the scenario book and the rule book. I can here put first the galaxy guide inside. And we got here all the different pilot sheets and scenario sheets. It goes over here, insert the cheat sheets and the rest of the locations, because they lay flat. That's great. Then maybe the spaceport as well. Then the 4 pilots, the Sparrow, all the cards, and on top the player boards. So everything fits in quite nicely. That's it. And here we got the ships of Akarios. They are fitting very well. Put here some standees, and I have to put the others over there. Just like I mentioned, I bought extra, so I got plenty for everything. I don't have to switch all the time. And these are the miniature expansion, the ships of Akarios. Oh yeah, there's one more thing to the campaign. Here you got your campaign tracker sheet for all the missions you did and all the different acts 1, 2 and 3. And I also downloaded from BGG another sheet where I can mark off which entry I already visited and did. And you see all the circled ones are space battles, and the square ones are planet explorations. Only 9, and the rest were space battles. So Stars of Akarios doesn't really reinvent or trying to reinvent storytelling. It instead delivers a nice story, so it's a solid frame, a solid nice sci-fi story, and this really helps to immerse you through playing the story and playing the campaign. Every now and then there are choices which really matter. I haven't tried the different outcomes, but it really feels like you're making decisions and they really matter in the story later on. So, but you can't crash the campaign while deciding for one or the other. So you can't crash your progress that way. And it's what's totally. You have to understand this is kind of a railed campaign, so it's not really a sandbox game, but this helps to evolve the story and bring it further on. So it's a really cool narrative story which you're playing through. And I also kept track of all the scenarios I did and what I got. So this was the intro and Act 1. Here I got Act 2 and Act 3. So there was a lot going on. Is everything shiny? Not really. Well, so one of the major downsides for me was the space exploration. I mean, the old system from the 1.0 with the cards, I felt really this is space exploration. With the new system from the 1.5, I mean, you're scouting, you're putting some stickers on the map, and that's it. So, well, it's not breaking the game for me, but I mean, the main bulk is the tactical space combat. The next smaller thing is, the storage. And then again, I don't know if they changed that to the original 1.5 version, but the storage boxes, even at the end, they're a little bit tight. I mean, it's a little bit nitpicking, but I have to mention it. And the other thing I have to mention is the very bad fitting of the spacecrafts on the standees. I mean, this is very wobbly. Sometimes you can't really get it in. You have to try to find the right angle. Some ships fit better, some don't. But this is also not really that game breaking. But I have to mention this as well. Would I play it again? Well, yeah, if I didn't have that much other campaign games that need to be played. So, and I wanted to point out some of the things I mentioned during the review. So they got, in the space battles, you got choices, different races, moving asteroids. You can shoot them to clear out. You have to sneak past enemies. You have to throw asteroids, outmaneuvering different things. There was vortex pulling ships into the void. You have to take over enemy ships for a battle to play. Then you got an historical battle, so you played once the other side, so the enemies as well. So that's really, really cool, and there are really a lot of different missions and a huge variety. Would I recommend it? If you love space battles, if you love space opera, 100%. Is it for everyone? No, not for everybody. You need a huge commitment, because I got 65 plays. So that's a lot, but it's very rewarding. And when you got to the conclusion and played through, it's a really great experience. So I hope you liked the deep look into this game, and if so, I really appreciate a thumb up or even a subscription to the channel, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.